Hello everyone, and welcome back to Modded Minecraft. I am Reliikgaming, and this is Feed the Beast Infinity Evolved Skyblock. So, you'll probably remember in the last episode that we went through all of the steps, and there were quite a few of them, in order to get ourselves the molecular transformer, and that has been busy turning all of our glowstone into Cenarium pieces, which obviously will be combining up with the iridium when we finally get to it in order to move forward towards our AE system. And yeah, I've sent a load of new fuel rods down to the actual reactor, and they are sort of working through in the background. And also, sort of during the in-between episodes, I have set up this I'll throw my sword on the floor. I've set up this solar distiller. Now, what that's doing is just using the, as it probably suggests, the power of the sun to turn water, up to 10 buckets of water, into IC2 distilled water, which is then being put into these empty fuel cells to get distilled water cells. Now, the reason why I've set that up is because one of the sort of main gripes that I've got at the moment with the whole process is the amount of time these IC2 machines are taking to actually complete the tasks, and in particular, the metal former. I seem to be forever waiting for plates or cable to come out of here, and one way that we can speed that up and make that sort of process more efficient is by the use of overclockers. And if you've used them before, you'll know that overclockers require you to have coolant cells, which are basically based on distilled water. So that's why I'm doing that. And yeah, that process is going to pretty much run in the background as well, because today I want to move on to another thing that I sort of mentioned at the end or during the last episode, which is to basically get this situation up here sorted out. So I want to get a better mob farm going on, and yeah, this mob farm has been pretty good. It served us well. It's pretty simplistic, but that's all it was required to be. But now I need more mob drops, and in particular, I need to get myself a bunch of ender pearls, obviously for part of the recipe for the applied energistics system. So that's what we're going to work on today. And I've decided that the best option that's available to me sort of pretty easily at the moment is the use of the Minefactory Reloaded grinder. Now, if you've used MFR before, then you're probably aware that that requires plastic, which in the old days was pretty much just a case of getting some rubber, doing a tiny little bit of processing, and then you'd be pretty much good to go. But yeah, not so in Skyblock Expert mode. I'll just show you the recipe for this. So all of these bits and pieces are, I think, pretty easy to get. I'm not even going to look at them now, but the plastic sheets, which you want to sort of pretty much concentrate on, look a little bit more involved. And yeah, so we need some compressed sawdust, which I don't think that's particularly difficult to get hold of. But basically, we are going to need some of this rocket fuel, which is going to require us to get a new machine, because in order to get it, we need to grab hold of some hooch, which is made in the vat, and obviously the rocket fuel, as you can see, also made in the vat, and hooch, again, is made from water with a couple of options: potato, wheat, apples, whatever, with varying levels of output, plus some sugar. So then the first thing that we're going to do today is look at actually making the vat, and yeah, another Ender IO machine. And this is all pretty sort of standard stuff. Again, I'll just probably suggest that it's going to be more time consuming than anything. So we're going to need ourselves another machine chassis, which we've seen a few times now. Just requires some lumium, a machine casing, machine frames, some basic capacitors, and some iron bars. And then we're going to need some fluid tanks, which is pretty easy. It's just a whole bunch more iron and a bit more glass, a cauldron, which is more iron, and then some electrical steel, which is just using the I think you can, yeah, you can use the induction smelter for silicon and steel, or you can put iron, coal, and silicon into the alloy smelter. I'm not really sort of fussed either way that we sort of go through that. Obviously, we are going to need to grab some silicon, and we have the sag mill over here somewhere, and yeah, it's this one just here. So yeah, we've got some of that. So we might as well start off with getting the sag mill working to get us some silicon. I'm just going to bung a whole load in there because we'll probably use it at some point anyway. So let's leave that pretty much running. And I just want to make sure that we've got some steel, which we have, because we might as well go down the induction smelter route since we've got that, and it just cuts out that additional step of having to go and pulverize more coal. Although, to be fair, probably a little bit cheaper to use the iron, but we've got the steel, so I'm really not that bothered. And I don't know how much electrical steel we've got over here. Actually, we've only got one ingot, so it's definitely going to be worthwhile making it. And how much iron do we have? Okay, so we've got a little bit of iron. We'll grab out a stack of that. We've got some glass, so we can probably actually go right ahead and make a couple of the bits that we need for this straight away. And yeah, I don't sure that we've actually got any more iron plates anywhere. I think let's just go and have a quick check in our chests over here. I don't seem to remember that we did. Oh, we did. Good. That actually cuts out one sort of step that I probably would have had to cut away to do. So there we go. There is our cauldron. So we've got the first piece, looking good already. And then the fluid tank, as I say, is just a case of getting a few iron bars. Now I know I've got some somewhere else, but we seem to be using them for pretty much everything, and we need 2 of those. So we'll grab a couple of those straight away. And then the other thing that we need in here, obviously, is the lumium. And so we need some more redstone chipsets, some lapis tubes, and some signalum, signalum, whichever way that you want to say it. And I'm kind of hoping that I've got enough for a few nuggets there, which I have. And we'll grab a couple of the tubes, which I thought I had some of those, which you have. Good. And what else was it that was required? I tell you what, I always forget these recipes here. The redstone chipsets. Now, I'm kind of wondering where they might be. We definitely had some. I wonder if they're in the chest that we used during the last episode. So yeah, we've got a few redstone chipsets in there, and okay, yeah. So we need to move that out of the way first of all. Let's just I think is it shift right click just to change stuff over. I thought it was for some reason. I thought I read somewhere that you could just shift right click the whole lot over, but that's fine. So we just protected for a minute just so that we can grab this out. I'm certainly not going to fall for that whole thing again. And yeah, so let's go back into here. We want some basic capacitors, so we need a couple of those. That is absolutely fine. I'm going to drop the sand in there as well because I don't need that in my inventory at the moment. And there, so yeah, we've got that. I think, to be fair, do I remember some lumium somewhere? Yeah, there's some just there as it happens. So we should. And I think actually, I'm going to put my jetpack on again in a second. I think I've actually got another machine frame over here. Good, I have. Okay, it's turning out to be a good episode already. I noticed that the uranium was in there, which is something I normally wouldn't have done, and then would have been radiated for a few minutes. That's fine. So let's just grab all of those pieces back out again then, and now we should have what we need just to put that together. So there's our machine chassis. We've got that. We just need to go and grab some steel, and not from there. We just need to grab some steel and some of the silicon, which we've got 29 pieces. And the induction smelter, we'll just take the lead. We haven't got anywhere to. Oh dearie me, it's all filling up again. Let's just dump off some of these bits and pieces that we definitely don't need at the moment. And yes, so we can get back into here, get that out, pop 2 of those. I think, was it 2? No, it was 4. So 4 of those into there, 4 of the bits of steel, and let that run. So that's going to make our electrical steel. And now we've got the fluid tanks. We just need to go and make ourselves a normal furnace, and I think we are pretty much there. So we'll grab some of that. They look as though they are potentially completed in there, which is good. I thought I'd grab some of that already, but clearly I hadn't. And it was actually compressed cobble that I needed, which I know I've definitely got some of that over here. Let's just try to make life at least a little bit easier for us. Where's our compressed cobble gone? I can't actually see it for looking. There we go, compressed cobblestone. So let's pop that over there. Let's pop over to this crafting table and make ourselves a furnace like that. And then we'll pop that in that chest. And in fact, yeah, we've got another machine frame there as well. So that's pretty cool. Just remember that's in there because I'm sure that I'll want that at some point in time. And now all we need to do then is just grab the electrical steel and we can put together the vat. And I think that's all in here. Back over to this crafting table. And as I say, we should have all the bits we need to make the vat. Excellent. So we will put that down next to the sag mill. And we are going to need to grab ourselves some more of the wire and another one of the wire connectors. Now, I've got a feeling, I seem to remember this from the last episode, that I haven't actually got any of the connectors left. I know I've definitely got some of the wire. There's a bit of wire. Now, we've got HV connectors in there, but have we got... Oh, we have got MV connectors. Good. For some reason, I just seemed to remember from the last episode we didn't have any, but maybe I just didn't look hard enough, which, to be fair, would not be a massive surprise. And we'll pop that in there. On top like so. We'll connect it up directly to the sag mill like so. That should now be getting some power. And now we need to basically grab our bucket. We need to put some water in there. And I can't remember that we've actually got any potatoes or anything like that anywhere at the moment. Did we make any of those? Do you know what? That's absolutely fine. I think we can probably just make some sugar and potentially we'll use some apples, I think. Yeah, we've got a couple of those there. We might not have enough. We might actually need to go and make some more sugar cane. And yeah, I think we're going to actually. Okay, I'm going to go off camera for a second. I'm going to get together a load of the sugar cane so we can make some more sugar. And I'm going to grab the apples, potatoes, or whatever else we need. And I will meet you back over at the vat. I'll see you in a minute. Okay, so a few minutes later, we've got all the bits together that we need. So let's just turn this into sugar. Might as well just get it all turned into sugar. And I'm kind of hoping that we can just put the buckets in here. I think potentially actually we just need to click them in manually from the outside. I'm not sure how much 8 buckets it can contain. I'm not sure that we're going to need the full 8 buckets, but we may do, but that's fine. It's not as though we are short of water. And if it turns out that we're going to use this quite a bit, obviously I'll move the machine and we'll hook it up to our water source, which we've got behind us there, just to make life a little bit easier. So there we go. Well, some buckets in there anyway, and then we just need to put some sugar in this side. Now we'll start off with the poisonous potatoes because they definitely give us the most. And It doesn't actually. Do we actually need to completely fill this? Do we need to completely fill this up? I'm kind of thinking maybe we do. So let's just go and grab another couple of buckets of water just to make that happen. And I'm really hoping this is not going to be another one of those days where I can't operate the machines. There we go, fine. So it did need actually the full amount of buckets, and that is now processing. And yeah, we just need to wait for that to progress. So while that's doing that, let's have a look and see the rest of the recipe for the rocket fuel. And I think no, it wasn't the rocket fuel. It was the plastic that we wanted to have a look at the recipe, because I know that we needed to have some other bits and pieces. So the compressed sawdust, we can basically get sawdust from X-compressor or thermal expansion. Let's just have a look at the thermal expansion. So we just pulverize logs, and then once we've got those, we just need to put those into a circle, and we get a compressed sawdust, and we need 4 of those. So let's go and grab ourselves a few logs from over here, which I've not cut this tree down for a while, so I'm guessing this is kind of dwindling away a little bit. Yeah, it is. So we're going to need in between episodes to cut that down a few more times. But of course, our pulverizer is downstairs, and while we're at it, we might as well put the jetpack back on again, just to make life a little bit easier. There we go, that's fine. Now we can fly downstairs. It always makes things just that little bit quicker. And pulverizer's just here, so grab that out because we don't need that. Pop the logs into there. And now that we've got our sawdust, we can grab that out and head back on up again. We'll pop that into the crafting table, and there's crafting tables everywhere, and just turn that into some compressed sawdust, like so. And that's more than we need, I know, but it doesn't really matter. And let's just get back over here, and hopefully this has finished processing, maybe. I don't seem to be able to actually get into it at the... So that's actually made less than I thought it would, to be honest. What I'm going to do is I want to go and grab my plates and make some more buckets. Now I could probably make a tank for this, but I think we'll just go with a few more buckets for now, just to make life a little bit easier rather than trying to tackle making something else. I'm sure it's pretty easy anyway, but yeah, I've got to admit, I thought that this would produce more than what it has. But no worries. Let's head on into here, and as I say, we'll make ourselves... I think actually, if we take half of that and then just turn all of that into buckets for now, that should be more than enough buckets. And it's not as though we're going to ever be short of iron. And we'll turn all of that into water. I knew I should have linked this up to our water source, but it's fine. It's fine. We always do things the hard way anyway. It's on expert mode, so why shouldn't we? And pop that in there. And hopefully we'll have enough. I just want to have the full amount of hooch in there, because I don't want it to get stuck in there and then have to sort of like break the machine to get it out because there's not quite enough, or then I have to go away and make another machine so that we can make more hooch because we need it for the rocket fuel. And yeah, so that's now going away. That's going to make us some more of that. So we've got two buckets so far, and we need 8 buckets. So I think this is going to take a while. So I'll tell you what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut away again, and I'll be back when I've got 8 buckets of this. Okay, so we've got ourselves enough of the buckets of hooch, I think. And I just want to pop all of these into here, and yeah, we'll just see. I'm going to have a little bit of inventory space, as always, and just get the rest of that in there. And I've grabbed the gunpowder and the redstone as well. Right, so that is now full. Let's take the potatoes and the sugar out and put in there the gunpowder and the redstone. And let's see, because how much rocket fuel do we actually need for this? We only need one. We only need one bucket to get two plastic sheets. I think potentially we need 6 plastic sheets in total. Let's just see. Let's see how this actually goes. Okay, this is fine. It looks as though this is going to make a good number. So I think we're going to end up with four buckets of rocket fuel from this, which is pretty good. So let's just remind ourselves actually how much of the plastic sheets that we need for this, so I don't miscalculate it. So yeah, we need a couple there, and then to make this raw plastic. I'm not really sure how we make raw plastic at the moment. So we can either do a plastic bag. Oh, we're going to need quite a few because we need some of this as well. This is a bit bizarre actually, that in order to do this, so a block of plastic is made up of 4 plastic sheets, but then you need to get the plastic sheets first. Am I missing something here? Okay, fine. We can just smelt some raw rubber for that. So while that's doing that, let's just go and grab ourselves some rubber, and kind of hoping that we've is this going to be kind to us. We must have some rubber floating about somewhere in all of the bits and pieces that we've done. Well, we've got two bits of rubber. Don't think that that's going to be anywhere near enough, but let's just have a look and then we'll know how much more that we're going to need of it. Let's just pop that into there. Okay, so a little while later, and we've got a pile of this raw plastic. Luckily I did have some more rubber bars in the in one of the diamond chests over here, so yeah, that wasn't too bad. If we do need any more, we're going to have to start cutting down some more of the trees. And yeah, hopefully that is now finished, which it has. So let's grab out a few buckets of this and suggest that that will probably be fine. Yeah, it's fine. I've just accidentally put some of it back in there, but that's fine. We've got a few buckets of that. It's par for the course for me to do something like that, because no doubt I will now have to break the machine in order to do that, or at least dump the stuff out. So we should be able to make some plastic sheets now. We've got enough of this, and didn't want to put that in the middle there. Bit of raw plastic and a bucket of that in the middle. And I did that by hand because it didn't seem to want to just play nicely. And that's fine. So we've got that. So we've got the plastic sheets. Now this requires some dark steel, which is some of the pulverized obsidian, which we've probably got a bunch of that in there. I think it'll take just maybe it'll take this type of obsidian. If not, we'll just have to go and grab some from downstairs, and we'll pulverize some of that. And I put my electrical steel away in here, so we'll grab that back out again. Did I grab that? Yeah, cool. Let's just get back over here and just see whether or not we can actually put that into the induction smelter. I'm kind of feel that we won't, that it's probably just going to reject that. Oh no, it's not. Okay, well, that's pretty cool. So that has been accepted. Okay, so let's just grab some of this out of here. We've got some dark steel, and yeah, we should now be able to put that together. We can just grab some sticks from somewhere. Hopefully, please be some sticks. Nothing is ever that easy. Of all the things to be missing would be sticks. Hopefully there's some over here. It's not exactly a massive crisis. That's fine. We just need one of those. Don't need to go and fill my inventory up with loads of that. So one of those, a couple of those, and there is our sword. And why I've just got an achievement for that is absolutely beyond me. And hopefully, I'm not really sure if we've got any books anywhere, because I don't ever remember making any books. It could be the next that could be the next thing then. Surely, in all the time that we've been playing this, we've had to make a book for something. In fact, there was some more of the obsidian in there. Okay, so it is not looking as though we've got any books, but that's fine. Let's just have a quick look and see what the recipe is for a book. So we can either get some leather and some paper, or some blank patterns and some paper. Well, I'm kind of suggesting that we've got all of the bits that we need for that, whatever way that we look at it. And I thought I know I definitely killed a load of cows, and I thought I'd kept some of the leather in here. I'll be so glad once we've got ourselves an applied energistic system set up, because then we won't have to be scrabbling around trying to find something. All of our stuff will just be in one place. We've got this pulverized obsidian absolutely everywhere. That's fine. Let's get back over here and let's kill some cows, and we'll start off with you and you and you and you. Good. That's it. That's all we need from that. And then we just need to grab some paper, which you would have thought that I'd have had some of one piece just there. I think, if I'm going to take anything away from playing this pack, it's that we are always just scrabbling around, just trying to find the next resource or whatever. And that is probably why I said originally that we want to try and automate as many of the processes as possible. And I kind of feel to a certain extent that I'm sort of failing in that so far, because we just always seem to be struggling for something. And now I've got too many items. Let's just dump some of that. And let's grab that. We only need a couple of bits of this. And hopefully we can get that without any trouble. That'd be pretty cool. I think, is that enough? That's 6. Yeah, we'll grab some paper with that. Let's head over to this crafting table and make some paper. There we go, that's fine. And now we should be able to put together a couple of books. And there we go. There's our 2 books. Absolutely fine. And we've got our machine chassis. We've got our sword. We've got that. We need some more electrical steel. That's fine. We can do that pretty easily. I thought, in fact, have we not got any more of the electrical stuff? I thought we made more than we needed. Perhaps we didn't. Let's just I'll put the silicon away in here. That's fine. We'll head back over to the induction smelter and make a little bit more of the steel. And yeah, so we've already got that in there. So let's make a couple more bits of that. And then finally, we will just need one of these fluid conduits. Now, that's a little bit of a mission in itself. So we're going to need some conduit binder, which is made of this composite, which requires us to get some stone dust, some electrical steel, some more of the compressed sawdust. Then we're going to need to get some servos, and I think I've got a couple of those. I've got a couple of those sitting around already, so we can grab those. And then we need to get some of these temperate fluiducts, which require some hardened glass, some copper plates, and some normal glass. All fairly easy stuff. So just in the name of saving time, I'm going to go away. I'm going to grab those bits together, and I'll see you in a minute. Okay, so a few minutes later then, and we've got all the bits together that we need for this. So first of all, let's get the powder, whatever it's called now, the binder composite together. And for that, as I say, we need some stone dust, some electrical steel, and some compressed sawdust. So if we get over to the crafting table, we can at least get that smelting up while we are waiting. So we'll just make a couple of pieces of that for now, because we're not going to need any more than that. And we'll go and pop that into our furnace over here. And we'll take that plastic out, pop that into there. Now, as it happened, I did have one servo, but we need another one. And servos are pretty easy. We just need some glass, some nuggets, and some of the iron. So if we just pop that in there for now, we just need to turn that into nuggets. So one of those, a bit of glass, a bit of redstone, and a couple more pieces of iron. And there's our servos. And then finally, we need some of these temperate fluid ducts, and we've got all the bits of those. So we can just pop that in there, and I think that will do for those. And now we just need to go and get the conduit binder out of here. And we've got enough of those already. Fingers crossed we've got enough now just to pop this together, which we have. Excellent. So I think, can we shift click this in now? Now we're missing, it's telling us that we're missing something. So we've got that. We haven't made, there we go. That is why. We haven't made the machine frame. I thought we'd made the machine frame. Did I? I think I'm going crazy. I am fairly sure that we've made the machine frame already. And I must have just, I must have lost my mind and just put it down somewhere. I know we made it. We had all the bits. We were really excited because we've made it. Okay, so yeah, it turns out I had lost my mind a little bit because the other machine frame we used for the vat, and yeah, so we made another one of those anyway. So hopefully now we have finally got the bits together that we need to make this grinder. And I'm just going to go over and test that theory out just here. And I can't shift click it in for whatever reason. And I really don't think that I'm missing anything else now. There's some electrical steel. Need 3 pieces of that. We need some of the fluid conduit and the machine frame that we just made. And finally the sword. For whatever reason, that still does not want to go in. And we've definitely got what we needed, which I'm finding that a little bit weird, if I'm absolutely honest. Why is that not working? So we've got plastic sheets, yeah, we've got the sword, we've got the butts, we've got the machine chassis, the electrical steel, and the fluid conduit. Can we just try that again? So there is our machine chassis. We've got the books, the electrical steel, the fluid conduit, the sword, and the plastic sheets. Okay, I really don't know what I did wrong there last time. Maybe I'll just put normal iron in there, whatever. Okay, so we've got the grinder, excellent. And so, okay, that is, I think, going to be pretty much it for this episode, because that's taken quite a while to put together. And I've probably done more of the process than I would do normally. So in between episodes, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of all of this. I'm going to get rid of a load of these mobs in here. And I seem to have another achievement again as well. I don't know why I'm getting all of the achievements again today, which is really bizarre. It's almost as though Minecraft has just lost all of my achievements, but that's fine. So yeah, I'm going to pull all of this down. We'll grab a load of this stuff, and what we'll do is we'll close this off. I'm going to get rid of the door just here. and we'll have our sort of grinder in here, and then we're going to have to route some power along here. Now I'm tempted now to actually start moving away from this immersive engineering power, because the grinder does use up quite a lot of the power, and I'm kind of tempted to start getting some of the Ender IO energy conduits in here and feed those along. But yeah, I'm gonna get the room set up. I'm not gonna knock this building down because I quite like it, but I'm gonna get the room set up and get the grinder in, and then I think at the beginning of the next episode, at least, we'll set up the power and that, and sort of all of the various conduits that are needed to grab all the stuff out. And yeah, so I think that's going to be it. If you've liked the video, then please drop us a like. Always appreciated. And as always, until next time, take care. Bye.